Shalom, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakwadash, the Bawana to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to Lek up there, doing his work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. All right, and I want to get into a quick topic based upon this scripture here in Job 39, and I'm going to start at verse 13, and it says, "Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leave her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear, because the Most High hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. What time she lifteth up herself on high, she scorneth the horse and his rider." All right. And, I wanted to get into this as far as, of course, the nature of who? Women, the nature of women. Um, we know that what the scriptures say is going back into the curses, because everything that plays out throughout the various scriptures that we read that are written by each individual prophet inspired by the Most High, we know that everything is in lieu of the curses. Everything that trickles down unto us as a people, all of our experiences, the various things we go through, how we are, so on and so forth, it all boils down to what? The curses. And as always, people don't realize this. They're seeking certain sources or trying to look out for certain things, but not coming to the true realization that it is the scriptures that is the foundation for all of these things, All right. So, Slucky. So knowing all of these various things, and the way that our people are, that, like I said, they're seeking certain things out, so on and so forth, but not coming to the true essence that everything refers unto the scriptures. And when you look in general at the nature of a woman and how today's society uh, pretty much sets forth things out to be, they're putting women in this position, that they're hardened against everything. First and foremost is the children, because the children become a byproduct, so to speak, of the woman's ill focus, or her weaponizing the children against the man, or them weaponizing the power that the so-called white man has given them, against the so-called black man, and to power themselves, and the children are left out, to pretty much fend for themselves, not getting that correct guidance from the father as they need, because the woman is getting in her own way, as well as the way of the child and the man of whom she may be dealing with or has been dealing with. Okay. Her labor, as it says in verse 16, her labor is in vain without fear, because it's all about her at the end of the day. That's why when we look at certain scriptures, like real quick, I believe it's First Corinthians or Second Corinthians. I always forget. Oh, is it 7? Hold on, Slovakia. First Corinthians. Yeah. I always forget mixed up with 11th and the 7th verse. All right, so it says, First Corinthians 11 and 12. For as the man is of the woman, even so the man also by the woman, but all things of Yahweh. A judge in yourselves. Is it comely that a woman pray unto the Most High uncovered? Doth not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him. But if a woman have long hair, it is her glory, for her hair is giving her for a covering. All right. And when you look at that, ultimately what a man's glory is what's supposed to be the woman within his time. Ultimately, Shalakia. Matter of fact, let me go back. Um, right, as it says, 1 Corinthians 11:3 says, "But I will have you to know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shah, and the head of woman is the man, and the head of Yahweh Shah is the Most High." So we are to honor the Most High and Yahweh Shah in all the fiber of our being, but it's a chain of command. It goes up to Yahweh Shah and through Yahweh, and the woman is supposed to be up to the man. And in return, the man is given what the woman in lieu as his property, his gift, so to speak, on earth. You know what I mean? To have some joy, to have some pleasure out of, you know, and ultimately what as it gets into when you get into second Ezra's, how it talks about what a man will do cross country, do this, that, and the third, or what, and for the woman's sake. But a woman, her glory is truly what? Her hair. That's what she has to look up to for her glory. Because a woman's love is more selfish than a man's can ever be. Why? Because the man has to fend for the whole entire household. He has to be the protector. He has to be the provider, so to speak, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But within this time, things are given into a balance. But yet, the woman, all she can do is look for things in her own benefit that destroys the entire household, which is totally incorrect. But by the power that they're given and by the images that they see on the TV screen and so on and so forth, they feel as though that they have the leeway to just do whatever, and they're all being just ruled purely by their emotions, which is absolutely incorrect. All right. Let me go to what I want to go to. Slakia. Yeah, Isaiah 32. It says, Isaiah 32:8, but the liberal deviseth liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. Rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice. O ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. All right, so that time is coming to where these women, well, we know that this whole society is going down, but you women are really going to be stripping from your power. You're definitely going to be stripping from your power, and then you're going to be wondering, where are you going to find some rest from? Where are you going to, what I mean, like get that satisfaction that you've been looking for? So when it all boils down to it, all you're going to have at the end of the day is that man that you've been forsaken or acting a certain way towards, giving all sorts of hell to. And now, when you need him, how you think he's going to want to look at you, or how he's going to act towards you, when you've been scoffing and scorning at him all this time long, while you had the liberty within this society, man? And that's what people need to realize, is that you get in your own way, by being selfish and stubborn, man. What the Most High teaches everything in its perfect balance of how things ought to be. But people will rather continue to seek their own adventures given unto them by the hands of the so-called white man, that follow protocol in which the Most High has set up, because it's beneficial to not only to one individual, but the whole entire household, as well as our nation in general, man. So everything that the Most High puts in place is a benefit overall to us all, man. What you women need to realize, all right? And if you don't, hey, we know how it's going to end, because most of you women are in a messed up place to begin with. But yet, whether you realize it or not, hey, your rule is coming to an end. So with that, I hope this segment was edifying. And I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakwadash, Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to like out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Shalom.